Welcome to the developer's diary for my 2D platforming game, Servus. Audio files in Unity are applied to objects in the physical realm of the game and can be either 2D or 3D sounds. 2D sounds play as a normal audio file would, whereas 3D sounds are subject to fall-off and panning depending on the position of the character. Both the rain sound effect and music throughout the game are 2D and attached to the camera. The vent sound is a 3D audio file, as you can tell by the panning that occurs when the player moves to either the left or the right of the object. The walking sound is triggered using a script attached to an invisible barrier known as a box collider. A different box collider is used on the metallic objects so that the sound of the footsteps change. When the player encounters the enemy, a box collider is triggered, which activates an animation. This animation fades out the calm music and engages music with a higher intensity to reflect the situation. When the enemy is defeated, another animation is triggered using a script which fades the calming music back in. When the player collides with a crate on either side, a scraping sound is played. When the crate itself collides with the building, completing the puzzle, a script destroys the sound object so that it doesn't continue playing even though the box is not moving. There is a box collider on top of the enemy, and when struck by the player, it triggers the explosion sound. Like before, a box collider triggers both the sound and animation of the boss powering up, and also engages the boss theme music. The jumping sound utilizes a script that plays one of 3 sounds randomly when the player presses the space bar. When the player enters the tunnel, the footstep sound changes to be more reverberant, and an animation is triggered which enables a low-pass filter on the rain sound effect. Once out of the tunnel, the music escalates in the same manner as before, and the footstep sound changes to reflect the different type of ground. When the player reaches the beach, a box collider is triggered, which fades out the rain sound effect and fades in the finale music. The sound of the sea is a 3D audio file so that it is perceived as coming from the appropriate direction.